Hello dear students, I am Professor Nancy Kansagra from Amiraj College of Engineering and Technology. In previous session, we learned about the statements in Java. In this particular session, we'll go through the loops in Java. There are mainly three loops: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. And to iterate a part of the program several times, at that time we are using the loops. So while the number of iterations are fixed, at that time the for loop is recommended one. Okay. While the number of the iterations are not fixed, at that time while loop is recommended one. And if you want to at least run your program or iteration once, then the do while loop is recommended one. So let's start with the while loop. Java while loop is used to iterate a part of the program several times if the number of the iteration is not fixed. It is not recommended to use while loop. Text of while loop: while our condition or our expression, uh, and between the brackets our code will be executed. While your number of the iterations are not fixed, at that time we can use the while loop. How while loop works: the test expressions inside our parenthesis means our Boolean expression. If the test expression evaluated to true, then our statement inside our loop are executed. And when our statement, our expression is false, at that time our expression is false and it not meet to the condition, so it will terminate our while loop. It is a small program of the while. Here we have created a class with the name loop. In that public static void main. In that we have created one variable I with the integer data type. Initially we have given the value to 1 to I. In while our condition I is less than or equals to 10. So our initially I value is 1. So 1 is less than 10. So it is correct. So it will enter to the uh, code and it execute our code. So system.out.println line plus I means your value. Okay. So it is 1, so it prints the line 1. After that it increment the value of I, so I plus plus, so it will goes again to the while and it check the condition. Our I is 2 because it is incremented, so 2 is less than 10. That is again correct, so it will again come to the print statement and it prints line 2. Similarly it prints line 2, line 3 and up to the line 10 because it our condition is I less than or equals to 10. If after while loop, do while loop. The Java do while loop is used to iterate a part of the program several times if the number of iterations is not fixed, and you must have to execute the loop at least once. It is recommended to use do while loop. Do while loop is executed at least once because the condition is checked after loop body. Means see the syntax. First do and it will at least once executed your part of code, and then it will check our while condition, while and the condition. How do while loop works? Executed once means before checking the test expression. Test expression is evaluated to true. If the test expression is evaluated to true, then it will again evaluate it till our condition is not satisfied. And if our expression is evaluated to false, then our do while loop terminates. This is a small program of do while loop. Okay. We have created a one class with the name sum. In that public static void main, In that we have created two variables, one is number and another one is sum with the double data type. Initially we have set the value of sum 0.0. In that we have created one object of the scanner class. Scanner input is equals to new scanner system dot in. After that, do and while. In do, we have written the statement for input which is given by the user. So it will allow, this statement is allows the users to enter the number. After that, second line, number is equals to input dot next double. Using the next double method, it will allows to enter more numbers to enter. And after that, sum plus is equals to number. Will give the summation of all the numbers which is entered by the user. So it at least run this body portion at least run one time, and after that it will check the while condition, number if not is equals to 0.0. Okay, so user entering the number 2.5, 23.3, minus 4.2, 3.4. Okay, and while the number value comes to the 0, and it will terminate our while loop. Okay, it enters all the value, and this system.out.println to the summation of all the numbers which is entered by the user, and it will gives the output 25. After that, for loop, it is same as the we have learned in C++. For loop has the four parts: initialization, condition, statement, increment and decrement. Initialization is executed once when the loop starts. Initialization is the initial condition of for loop. After that condition, it is the second condition which is executed each time to test the condition of the loop. Okay? Either it returns the boolean value either true or false. After that, statement. The statement of the loop is executed each time until the second condition is false. Whichever the condition we have given, uh, false, at that time statement execution will stop. And increment and decrement, it increments or decrements the variable value. Syntax of for loop: for first initial condition means initialization, second one our condition, and after that increment or decrement, and statements or code to be executed. Small program of the for loop to print a statement 10 times. Here we have created a class with the name loop. In that public static void main, in that for loop, integer I is equals to 1 to I less than or equals to 10 and I plus plus. And in that we have written the system.out.println line plus I. So our I value is initially 1, so it prints the line 1, and it again goes to the for loop and check the condition. 2 is less than 10, so it prints the line 2, and again it runs. So it runs till our execution, our condition false, and after that it will terminate, and it gives a output as a line 1 to line 10. After for loop, there is a nested for loop. If we have a for loop inside another loop, it is known as a nested for loop. Means your inner loop executed completely whenever your outer loop executes. Okay. This is the flow chart of your nested for loop. And here is a small program of the nested for loop. We have created one class with the name nested for loop. In that public static void main, we have written the two for loops, means nested for loops, one for loop within another for loop. So our first for loop is for I. We are using two for loops, so we are using two different variables. One is I and another one is j. So for integer I is equals to 1 to I is less than or equals to 3 and I plus plus. This is the I loop, so it gives the output this first one 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 and 3 3 3 3, and the another for loop for integer j is equals to 1 to j less than or equals to 3 j plus plus, and into that we have print I and j. Okay, so this is the working of the loops and how loops can be useful in Java.